Launchpad community, this one's for you. I have 4 days or less to make this video, so let's go. What would I do with 10k? I would kickstart my biggest project ever, developing the best open source apps for creators in video editing, illustrations, animations, 3D and more. That's a lot. How am I gonna do it? I'm telling you exactly how in this video. You might want to hear about this, so stick around. Here are the chapters. Now come closer, cause I'm making these plans public for the first time. All classified intel, and I'm showing it to you now. So how am I going to do it? I mentioned multiple apps. I lied. It's actually one app. Let's call it Project Create. And here's the secret. We are not starting from scratch. I'm creating it on top of the great open source software Blender. Despite past perceptions, Blender is a powerful creative suite that's improving at an astonishing rate. Its popularity is rising fast, with an increasing adoption rate by studios worldwide, and even used in films like Across the Spider-Verse and Next Gen on Netflix. Now, let's dive into Project Create. I'll give you a quick demo. You select the workflow you want or just select the file you are working on. Let's go with this one, which uses the video editing workflow. In this workflow, you can script, edit, create motion graphics, create thumbnails, but can Photoshop do this? And then preview and render. Notice the render panel. It's entirely redesigned by me. You can learn more in the last video. So I did something about it. Let's zoom in. Now check this out. So that's an entire workflow in one single app. This has such an amazing potential to become a Swiss Army knife for creators. And this was just one workflow, but you can select any other or create your own. But it still needs a lot more work. The main goals include the best UI UX, beginner friendliness, best-in-class workflows with tasks that integrate seamlessly, and more. And while I'm working on it, it will eventually need a larger team and continuous funding. To achieve this, we need to kickstart the growth of a community large enough to support this project. And for this, I've got just the perfect breakthrough project called Layer Materials, LM for short. Still part of Project Create, part of the 3D module to be exact, as this is Blender's main user base currently. Here's the basics. LM simplifies and improves shading by turning nodes into layers. Have a chair, we add a wood layer we like, then a paint layer. And now we have 2 editable layers. This overview presents a simplified version of LM, while the actual LM is more powerful and features a more advanced UI, which will be revealed upon its first release. Distinct from similar products, LM will support all Blender materials ever created, third-party plugins to extend its functionality, and the ability to switch between nodes and layers if you want to, and more. To put it into perspective, due to high demand for such a tool, the add-ons I just showed you generated at least this much in sales, but LM will be free. To wrap up, after lots of development, R&D, I have the puzzle piece, but it's been delayed for a painfully long time, since I couldn't work full-time on it, while it requires lots of work. That's why the 10k would tremendously help this project embed, as it's just enough to allow me to work full-time on LM for a couple of months to release the first version and kickstart Project Create, and then secure ongoing funding through Patreon post-release. What about YouTube? Will I stop posting? Absolutely not. I've been wanting to start a YouTube channel for a long time. I already have a queue of about a dozen future videos that I came up with while brainstorming for Launchpad. There's an exciting road ahead, and I'm taking you with me through this journey. Now a bit about Launchpad. This entire experience has been surreal, and I'm really grateful for it. It started with a forum where one of the questions was, what do you need most as a creator? Here is my exact answer. An active, sizable and friendly community of diverse creators where we are collaborating, helping and challenging each other to keep improving and enjoying the ride. Like I asked a genie. That wish was unexpectedly granted beyond what I could have hoped for. I joined this great community, met really cool people, learned a lot, learned from the challenges, learned new pro apps. Did my first 3D animation, then my second, and my first sound design. Started doing my own voiceovers and these videos. Picked up coding again and coded 1500 and something lines of code. And it all began from ground level, as I started all my Artman socials right before submitting my first video. To everyone involved, thank you for this amazing opportunity. Thanks for sticking till the end. At this point, I don't even know if I'm gonna get picked to be voted on, but I aimed, drew back, took a deep breath, and took my best shot. What will happen next? You get to decide.